In MCQ 16, we're taking a look at the complete combustion of ethane being an exothermic reaction and which of the following statement could be used to actually describe why this is the case. Now, often the time students will be pondering between B as well as D. Now, in the case for B is with us drawing out the number of bonds, and for the case of D itself is with us looking at a more qualitative method of answering this question here. Whereas for B is more of a quantitative method to answer. Now, a recommendation here while attempting questions like this with very vague information is oftentimes to go with the qualitative way of answering and selecting D as a preferred answer. Now, exothermic reaction is so because of the heat released during bond formation in products is more than the heat taken in during bond breaking of reactants. Now, it might be tempting to go with the act of breaking less bond as compared to the number of bonds that's formed, but I need to urge you to remember that the amount of bond energy for each kind of bond is really different. So as an example over here, when dealing with ethane, which is a CnH2n and alkene plus 2, and with an ETH with a prefix of n equals to 2, we have the molecular formula of C2H6 reacting with oxygen and completely combusting. This will give us carbon dioxide as well as water. Doing a balancing of the equation over here, I'll put a 2, 4, 6, and 7. Now, if the information is given that the kind of bond that you're going to break, the one that you should be expecting in the case for ethane and oxygen, it should be the CC bond, CH bond, and O double bond O. But for your products of CO2 and H2O, we're looking at C double bond O as well as H and O. You'll very soon come to realize that the bond energy for each of them are wildly different. A, B, C, D, and E are largely different values, so the quantity is not a very good way to actually explain why it's an exothermic question, because breaking more CC and forming lesser C double bond O seems to you that we are actually using up a greater amount of heat to break. But whereas if let's say the per bond energy of C double bond O far exceed the bond energy of CC, the overall enthalpy change would still remain to be exothermic. So I urge students to take more of the qualitative route to answer this question unless information as such is actually given to the student. The answer for this question is D.